I've decided to do a weekly detox video which recaps some of the things that we've done in my class over the week. I got this idea from Paul Ellison and his group over there at Youth Voices. And it's just a way of me being able to share with students or parents who might be tuned in or administration some of the things that we do in our classroom or anyone else who's interested in what goes on in an English 1 classroom. So this starts off April the 2nd. This is Monday. And this is my blog. This is where I post the kids' daily assignments for the week. EnglishIWork.wordpress.com. So for Monday, April 2nd, they had to sign up for Collaborate Classroom. I have a PowerPoint with the directions for them on how to do that. Also, we need to continue the work that we started on last week. We had a couple of rainy days last week and some other schedule disruptions, so we weren't able to complete all of the items that I had planned for us to do. So I want us to start off this week with finishing one we started on Friday, and that was to complete a blog post in the voice of one of the characters from Romeo and Juliet. We've just finished watching and reading and analyzing Romeo and Juliet. Now they need to complete a journal entry as one of the characters. So their directions are to provide a quote from the play, and then they're going to continue the journal in the voice of that character. Their response needed to be 75 words or long, 75 words or longer. So as they signed up for Collaborate Classroom, I approved them. They worked on the blog post. We only had an opportunity to do a few of the journal entries. So Tuesday we picked it up. And the rest of the class, if they weren't there and signed up, they had again to sign up to Collaborate Classroom and post. Those of you who don't know what Collaborate Classroom looks like, one of the topics is preventing suicide. These are the discussions from our first period class. And we've got the topic, what are some of the issues that happen when children have problems and contemplate suicide? What solutions do you have? Post your response and leave a comment for another classmate. I like pictures, so I always put pictures there. They post their comment there. So what you can see are some of the responses and some of the replies. So we've got a student's response. We've got the day and time that he responded, and this student has several replies. The reason I had them do that is because these topics are going to be used as part of their research project as they research the themes from Romeo and Juliet and decide how they apply to real life or current life. So that's what we did Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, because we had Good Friday off, I needed for them to select the topic that they were going to research. They had to download a research form and then begin to fill out that research form. So the research form just required them or helped them keep track of the resources they used. They were to put down the website name, organization, address, the date it was published or updated, and for them it was okay if they did the copyright date. I just wanted them to look at the fact that websites should be updated regularly. They needed to give me a summary of some of the information they were going to use from that site, and then just give me a brief idea about whether they were going to use it for quotes, statistics, to paraphrase it, consult it for background information, or use as a general resource. I give them an example of what theirs should look like, and I chose to do the topic hate crimes. I did a search and found the site address for www.adl.org. I have the site name, organization, the date it was copyrighted or updated, summary of the content that will be used, and what I'll use the site for. So they're going to be researching for the next 2 days, and then or Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday I need for them to start cleaning it up, and they have to do a presentation, which is either going to be a PowerPoint, a brochure, a newsletter, a flyer, a digital story, or a website. Hopefully they'll be done with this by Friday. No, it is my goal that they're done with this by Friday and we can start presentations then. So that's the work we did April the 2nd. Thanks.